All right, so here we are in the steps of St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most amazing churches ever built, ever conceived. Out behind me is St. Peter's Square, the Piazza of San Pietro, where we have a big old obelisk in the center. Now, we have to bring up the question, why do we have a Pope? You know, what's with this entire place? Well, the short answer is that God didn't kind of like become man, save us, and then say, all right guys, I'm taking off, see you guys later, figure it out. No, of course, he left someone in charge. He said to Peter, Simon Bar-Jonah, because Peter's name was Simon before, and Jesus changed it, and he said, you are Peter, which means rock, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail. All right, so then Peter went from Jerusalem to Antioch, from Antioch to Rome. Now back in the day, Rome was the capital of the world. It was the center of things. If anything was going on, it was going on in Rome. All right, so then he was imprisoned here, he preached here, he was the bishop here. The first bishop of Rome is Peter, and he was martyred here. Now where we're standing is called the Vatican, and it used to be a whole bunch of swamps, but then they drained it, and then the Emperor Caligula, who was actually kind of really crazy, he built a circus. Now a circus is like a stadium, and what they would have is like they would have shows, they would have you know, races, and they would martyr Christians. So like over here to my right is where the circus was. Now very important, this obelisk is from Egypt, like back in the day. I mean, like we're talking about like 900 BC. Now I don't know exactly why, but the emperors, they went to Egypt and they would bring these obelisks, which is just basically one big old rock pointing up, and they would kind of like put it in the center of their circuses as kind of like, you know, like, hey, you know, we're here, we conquered, what's up? And so like that obelisk was in the center right where St. Peter was martyred. Now St. Peter was crucified upside down because he said that he did not feel worthy to die in the same way that Jesus died. So he was crucified upside down just over here. And what they did is that they took him a couple feet over, and there was a cemetery which is right over here. Now the cemetery, they did an archaeological dig, and there's all these graves right underneath the main altar of St. Peter's. And when they were like looking, they were trying to see, is this really St. Peter? They found like this box, and it said in Greek, Petrus Amin, which means Peter here. We don't need no articles. Peter here. That's how they used to talk back in the day. God gave us this office, which we now call the Pope, so that we can know where to go. What is a flock without a shepherd? What is a church without a pastor? What is a Catholic Church without its father, its papa, its daddy, the Pope?